Hi friends, welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. Today I put together some of my favorite Christmas DIYs that I have created since I've been on YouTube. This is all for Christmas in July. Right now I'm really enjoying my time with my grandson, so I just wanted to put a little something together for you. I hope you enjoy it, but first of all, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Brenda, and if you're returning, you know I love you. So with all that being said, let's get to crafting. Use some more of these poster board stickers. I'm going to use my Waverly chalk paint in the color white and the color ink, and then these wood pieces. Now, we just down the street from us, someone was getting rid of some wood that I think looked like maybe came from a bed, and so we picked it up and brought it home. And I had my husband cut some down to about 5.5 inches, and so I painted them with my white, and here I'm just distressing it with my ink color, and I distress the whole thing, all sides, top and bottom. And then after that, I'm going to use this black and red buffalo check ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to wrap it around and making some presents. So I am wrapping it around, and then I will cut it off and hot glue it, and then wrap it around again the other direction, or on the other sides. If you guys ever I don't know about you guys, but I am always, whenever we're out driving somewhere, I'm always looking for people who are throwing big pieces of wood out because I have a wood thing, I guess. I love working with wood, and so keep an eye out, because I mean, you guys, this is just amazing. The cost of this, you know, Hobby Lobby, I just saw the other day, they have presents like this, but they are like on sale, like $6 or $7 for just one. And so it's just amazing. The cost for 3 of them, I think it was about $1.75 for making 3 for me. So I just love this. So here I made a finger bow. I did it really slow so that you could see it, and hopefully learn how to do them yourself. But they're pretty easy once you get the technique down, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so after I had that made, I took one of these pine cones from that bag that I got from Walmart, and some of these little green pieces, and I'm just gonna hot glue one green piece next on each side of the pine cone, and then I do also add some to the back of the pine cone, and then I'm gonna hot glue my ribbon right on top, as well, not ribbon, my bow. Man, I'm having a hard time talking tonight. I think it's because it's my bedtime, you guys. And then I'm going to dovetail those bows, and I just love the way these came out, you guys. I absolutely love these. I took some of these wood snowflakes. They come in a pack from Walmart. I got them last year, but they have them this year too. And I'm painting them white. And then I took my stickers, my poster stickers, and I'm just adding them to the snowflakes. And then I'm going to use hot glue to add them to the sides of my presents. Now, I was just going to put the joy word on the ribbon itself, but it was too hard to read, so that's why I added the snowflakes. But I love it. And so $1.75, you guys, for 3 of those. Oh my goodness, what a steal, huh? So be watching for wood on the streets. Well, on this DIY, I'm going to use this Chalk Couture transfer. It's brand new this year. It is called, I think it's called Hot Chocolate Bar. And it's huge. I love this one. And then I bought this, I think it's a 16 by 20 frame from Dollar Tree. Their Dollar Tree Plus section for $3. I thought that was a pretty good price for that size. I'm going to use my Waverly wax, antique wax, and my crimson chalk paint. And then I'm going to use my chalk paste. I'm only going to use the bright white. I was going to use those browns, but I changed my mind. So I'm going to start off by removing the canvas from the frame, and I am just using a box cutter here and cutting in between the staples and the edge of the frame, and then I just take it and rip it apart, rip the excess off there, and then I just pull it all apart. I did have to cut in a few pieces where maybe my box cutter didn't cut as well. But once I had it all off, I stained it with my wax, and then I painted the canvas with my crimson color. And after it was dry, I am just going to fuzz my decal here now, or my transfer. I don't think I fuzzed it enough. I think I only fuzzed it a couple of times. I laid it here to see where I was going to place it. And I think I got sidetracked thinking of something else, but I should have fuzzed it a little bit more because it did pull up some of my paint, but that's okay. It was fixable. So once I got it on here, I'm just going over it with my chalk paste in the color Bright White. Now, if you've never tried Chalk Couture or heard of Chalk Couture, it is an adhesive transfer stencil, and it has a silk screen in the middle, and that's what we use the chalk paste on, to go over that silk screen, and then we use that squeegee to kind of rub off the excess. And then if you're using this on a chalkboard, it is something, well, even on this, it could be washed off unless you put some kind of sealer over it. And so you can see here, I did half of my transfer there because it's so large. I don't want that paste to dry on the silk screen, because otherwise it will pull it up when you pull up that transfer. So that's why I pulled up the top part, and now I'm finishing with the bottom part. And this stuff, you guys, I love Chalk Couture. I became a designer before I even tried it out, and I don't regret becoming a designer because I absolutely love it. But after I have this all on here, as you can see, I'm struggling pulling it off. If I would have fuzzed it a little bit more, it would have came off a little easier. So I went and washed that, and then I came back. I added this as part of that transfer set as well, and I just added this to the bottom part. And then once it was all dry, I went through and I'm cutting off the parts of the canvas that wrapped around the frame. We don't need that, so I just cut it off. And here I'm putting it on. Now, I should have either tried stretching it a little bit more, maybe having my husband help me, or maybe try to iron it a little bit, because it still has a little bit of puckering. But I'm okay with that. But because I think I love the way it comes out. I think it looks great. But I just used my stapler here, and I just went through and stapled it all onto the back of my frame. Then I took 2 of these hot cocoa wood cutouts from Dollar Tree, and I put spackling over the little hanger hole there. And then I am using my apple barrel chocolate bar. I automatically think of Hershey's when I think of chocolate bars. Anyways, chocolate bar color, and I'm painting the cup with that color. And then I think I painted both sides, the front and the back. I don't remember. Maybe I didn't. But anyways, I'm going to use my puff paint here, and I'm just going to go over where that whipped cream cutout is, and I'm just doing I'm doing a little bit of pouncing up and down just to kind of give it that dimension of whipped cream. And I love the way this comes out. And then I have these little gingerbread man. I got these from Hobby Lobby recently. And I'm just hot gluing them in the front of the cups, and then I'm going to hot glue them to the front of my sign. And then I just took my white little metallic marker from Dollar Tree and just making some squiggly lines and some little dots on the cups just to kind of bring it to life. And that's all there was. Now, I did have my husband add a hanger. I forgot to do that. And I went to go take pictures. I went, oh, I forgot the hanger. So I did have him add an hanger on the back for me. But there it is. I absolutely love this and can't wait to put it up in my kitchen when I start decorating for Christmas. You have to let me know what you think about this one as well. I just found this at Dollar Tree. I thought it was adorable, but I'm not really into the tinsel. So I'm going to use some of this. This is blanket yarn that I had in my stash, and then some of this red yarn. I wish I had the thicker red yarn, but that's what I had. So I just went with what I had. So I started off by removing all that tinsel-y stuff, and the buttons and the smile and all that stuff came off really easy. So I just pulled them off of this tinsel and set them aside. And then here I'm just cutting off all those little notches. I was going to try to use them, but for me they were just cumbersome, and I decided to just cut it out. And so then I just started by wrapping my yarn around this I guess you could say wreath frame. And I'm just wrapping this all around the gingerbread man, just like you see me doing right here. And I'm just going to do the whole body, and then I'm going to color the hat. I'm going to do the white for the hat and the red for the hat. And I'll let you watch while I do that. But first of all, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Brenda. I am so glad you joined me today. If you like what you see and you like home decor on a budget, holiday decor, thrift flips, gift ideas, then I would invite you to hit that red subscribe button and become part of our YouTube family. And then let me know in the comment box that you're new here. I'd love to get to know you. And if you hit that notification bell and set it to all, you'll be notified whenever I upload a video. My normal upload times are Mondays at 5 Central, but I do like to participate in different challenges throughout the week. So if you hit that notification bell, you'll be notified whenever that happens. And then again, you guys know the drill. If you like today's video, make sure you comment and give me that thumbs up. That way YouTube knows that you are interested in my content, and it will push it out there for others to see as well. And I would greatly appreciate it. And not only that, if you guys know someone who you think might enjoy this channel or this video, make sure you share it with them. Let them know. I don't know what's going on lately, but it just seems like my growth is just going really, really slow. So yeah, so help me out if you can. So here I'm just re-adding the buttons and the smiley face. You guys, I really love the way this came out. I just think it is so adorable. So on the back of all these, of course, when I pulled it off, the glue that was stuck onto the tinsel, it, had some of the tinsel still stuck on the back. So I did have to kind of trim it all off before I hot glued all those pieces on. Then once they were done, I thought, okay, I'm going to hot glue some brown yarn around the ends of the edges of this, because I wanted to kind of have that brown cooked look, but it wasn't enough. So I took my antique wax and I'm just kind of brushing it along the side of my cookie, because you know how gingerbread men, they kind of get that dark crispy look on the edges, and that's what I wanted it to look like. Then I took one of these curlers that I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to twist it down to look like a candy cane shape, and then I am just going to wrap it with some of this baker's twine. I got this last year, I believe, at Hobby Lobby, but you could use the kind that comes from Dollar Tree. If you had red and white striped ribbon, you could do that if you want to recreate this, or you could even paint it. I just wanted to do this, so I just did it really tight so you couldn't see the blue in between. And then when I got to the end, I just hot glued it. Now I only hot glued the ends. I didn't have to use any hot glue in the middle or anything. It just wrapped really nicely and stayed nice and tight. So that's what I just did right there. And I almost put my finger on the hot glue, which almost doesn't matter anymore because I burned myself so many times. I almost don't feel it. Anyways, I just hot glued that candy cane there. I made another one of these hot cocoa cups like I did on the previous DIY, and I am just going to hot glue it to the other cup. And then I took one of these little wooden snowflakes and I painted it white, and I'm going to hot glue it right onto that cup. And then I think I did my little squigglies on it with my white marker as well. Then I used a couple of tumbling tower blocks and glued them on the base, but that wasn't good enough to keep him standing, so I added one on the bottom of each one of those base, and it's still a little wobbly, so I think I'm gonna have to figure out how to put another one. I don't want to put it in the front, but I'm gonna have to do another one to keep it standing up firmly. But there it is. You guys, I love it. You have to let me know what you think about it as well. Oh, it's just adorable. So for this DIY, I'm going to use 2 of these plastic champagne cups that I got from Dollar Tree in the party section. They come in a package of 2. These candied dishes, I've been looking for them for over a year, and I found them when I was in Oregon earlier this year. If you can't find those, because I haven't seen them since, you can always use something like this, any kind of container that has a lid. Or if you have like a bowl, you could use one of these little plastic bowls from Dollar Tree to use as a lid as well. So I'm going to also use my Waverly chalk paint in the color ink. So I'm going to start off by painting those items with my black. Now I'm just painting the lid, not the whole bowl. Then I took them outside and I sprayed them with my spray snow. But I have to tell you guys, I'm using E6000 here. It was spraying really nicely, and then all of a sudden it started squirting. And so on the cups themselves, it looks a little funky. That's because it kept squirting and not spraying, and I was getting so frustrated. But anyways, I just used my E6000 there to connect the candy dish to the bottom part of those cups. And now I got these little picks from Walmart just recently. I trimmed off that little bottom part, and I am just using a zip tie to connect them onto my, what's going to be my lantern here. Now, I had seen these on Pinterest. I saw them a couple of years ago and then again last year, and I really loved them and thought they were so cute and wanted to make them. And like I said, I've been looking for these candy jars forever. And when I saw them when I was in Oregon, I had to pick them up and get them. I was so excited about them. But then I started thinking, well, you guys might not be able to find them because I haven't been able to see them. I look, every time I go to Dollar Tree, I look in the party section to see if there's any. And I haven't seen any. So that's why I gave you those suggestions at the beginning of what else you can use. I took some more of that another pick, and I added them to kind of cover the little bottom part of that pick. And then I'm just making some bows, doing the awareness ribbon, scrunching it up. I'm using a little twist tie here, and I'm going to just tie it real quickly, and then I'm going to make another bow doing the same method, and then I'm going to use the rest of that zip tie to connect the two bows together, and then I wrap that twist tie to the back, and I use the back of that I keep saying that, twist tie to connect to the lantern there. Then I took some of these berries off of one of the picks, and I hot glued it right in the middle of that bow, and that's all it was. I added a couple little tea lights, and look how adorable they are. I absolutely love these. You'll have to let me know what you think about these in the comment box below. I'm gonna use some more of these peppermints that I got off of Amazon. I'll try and make sure they're in my Amazon store. Some Rick Rack from Walmart, and I believe I got this mason jar from Amazon, I believe. And then again, this ribbon from Walmart, and then my nutmeg brown paint. So I painted the bottom of the mason jar, and then I used my crimson red to do the top. That was kind of an afterthought. And then I decided, I drew out the face like I did with everything else with my pencil, and then I decided instead of markers, I was just going to use paint. So I'm using Snow White by Apple Barrel to do the eyes, and then I decided that I wanted to do the nose as a heart. So then I'm using Apple Barrel Apple Red for the heart. After that, I'm also going to use Apple Barrel Black and Deco Art Americana Sapphire Blue. So those are the colors that I'm using for the face here. And I don't want to bore you guys with showing all of this painting, but at the same time, if you're anything like me, I'm not a great painter, so it really helps me learn and understand when I'm watching someone else do it, like Sarah. So I thought, well, I'll just kind of keep this in here, speed it up a little, and let you see kind of how I did it. But I made a little tongue there, and then I colored in, I painted in around that black, so it looks like the mouth. And then here we're just doing the smile lines, and then just kind of touching up around the bottom part of the lips here, just to kind of outline it a little bit more. And you guys, I am always amazed when I do stuff like this, and even watching like Sarah doing this stuff, at how these things just come to life with a little bit of paint. It's just always amazes me, you know. But I love the way this came out. I think it is so cute. There I was touching to make sure the paint was dry before I went in to add the rest of this. But I'm just going to color in the eyes with that black, and then of course use some the blue in there as well. And I think I add, yeah, I add a little bit of white on the top of the black too, I believe. Yeah, anyway, so I hope you're not bored. If you are, you can fast forward. But here I'm using my paint marker just to make the smaller detailed things on the eyes. And then I was just going to put a few white shadowing on the nose, but then I thought, I really love the way it looks. So I went ahead and did a whole outline of the nose with the white. Then just adding a little bit. I should have probably added a little bit of white in the middle of the tongue, but it is what it is. I'm still learning how to do all of this part too. So then I decided I was going to use some of those peppermints for the cheeks. So I did that. And then I took this rickrack and I hot glued it around my mason jar. And then I decided, I think I want it around the top too. So I went ahead and added some more around the top. Now this, heat gun, the glue gun, I did not have to charge. It was already charged when I got it. And I got through most of this without having to recharge it, but it did not take very long. I'd say maybe 20 minutes to recharge it. So it's a great little glue gun. Then I just added some of these little snowflakes there and added a peppermint on the bow. As you can see, I made a bow, and oh my goodness, you guys, I made some holes to hang this, but I made the holes too close. And so it does kind of hang a little lopsided, not bad, but just a little. I might have to try and fix that. But this is my crocodile. If you've never seen one before, they're amazing. You just have to make sure you measure right, since I didn't. Then I took some of these beads that I got. I got these beads from Beaded Garlands from Walmart. They have them. If you check them out, they have them again this year. They're like $5, $6 for 12 feet, and it's such a great deal. So I usually buy some and have them on hand to make to use. And there it is. Oh my goodness, you guys, I love it. I just think it's adorable. You have to let me know what you think about this one as well. These two vases I got from Dollar Tree. And then these two glass little vases, they were part of the nautical line from this spring. And then I'm going to use my Waverly chalk paint in the color ink and then some buffalo check ribbon. So I did start off by cleaning those the bottom smaller vases with alcohol, and then painted them with my ink. I did do a couple of layers, and then I am going to cover it with Mod Podge to help protect those layers. Then I'm going to use my E6000 and hot glue to adhere those glass vases to this small one. Now, if you can't find these small vases, you can use a lot of different things. I've seen this with some of the glass mugs that have the handle. They kind of look like a mason jar with a handle. I've also seen them with the little like potpourri tea light candle holder I've seen people use. So just, play around with vases to see how it looks, because I'm going for that old time oil lantern kind of look. So I took this pick off of a candle ring that I bought from Hobby Lobby recently. I bought it just so that I could use these little greenery picks. But I just cutting them in half, and I decided I wanted to add them to this lantern other than just the ribbon that I had there. So I'm just going to hot glue that right in the middle of my lantern here. And then after that, I'm going to add the bow and some berries there. If you're new here, I want to welcome you to my channel. I am so glad you stopped by today. And if you like this video and you like home decor on a budget, holiday decor, thrift flips, gift ideas, then I invite you to hit that red subscribe button and become part of our YouTube family. I would really appreciate and love to have you join. If you hit that notification bell as well, then you will be notified whenever I upload a video, which my normal upload times are Mondays at 5 p.m. Central. And But I do like to have participate in different challenges throughout the week. So that way, if you hit that notification bell, you'll be notified whenever that happens. And then again, you know, the drill, everyone. If you like today's video, make sure you give me that thumbs up and comment and share this video for others that you know might enjoy it as well. Okay, here is the final reveal. It was so easy. I just put some tea light candles in there. You could even use regular candles if you had them. But I love the way these came out. You have to let me know what you think as well. So for this DIY, I'm going to use this buffalo check vinyl. I believe I got that from Dollar Tree. Some miscellaneous floral Christmas picks. This was a candle ring from Hobby Lobby. I took all the pieces off of it. And then these letters from Hobby Lobby, they were $1.99 each, but I believe they were 40% off of that. Then some of these 5-gallon paint stir stick tops that I had in my stash, and then four of those 5-gallon paint stir sticks, and then my hazelnut and cashew colors in Waverly chalk paint. So I started off by cutting the top parts of those 5-gallon stir sticks off and then painted them with my hazelnut color. Once they were dry, I'm taking a tumbling tower block and I am just using it as a spacer to make sure that my planks are the right distance apart from each other. And then once I have this done, I'm going to take the smaller pieces that I had, I cut them down some and I painted them as well. And I'm just going to use them here to attach those planks together. And I'm going to end up using my wood glue and my hot glue to get them attached. Now, this is a Hobby Lobby dupe. I was at Hobby Lobby the other day and I saw this sign from Hobby Lobby and I loved it. And normally it was $39.99, but it was 60% off, which still was brought it to 16 something. And I knew I could make it for less. And you guys, I know that this was less than $10. I'd say probably around $8, maybe at the most to make. So after I had it all attached, I took my cashew and I am just going to brush it on, just kind of do some heavy distressing. Theirs was pretty much like this as well. So I'm just going to distress around the whole front of my palette here, as well as the parts that were connecting them. Then I traced out the J and the Y onto the back of that vinyl. And once I had it all traced out, I'm just going to use my scissors and cut each one of those out. It moved on me. I had to get it repositioned. I hate it when that happens. And then after I have it all cut out, I'm just going to adhere them to the front, or adhere that vinyl to the front of each piece, just like you see me doing right here. Now, normally I would have painted them like a red color, but it ended up being okay. I didn't need that. So then I took this wood glue and my hot glue, and I'm going to attach the Y right onto the board, and I had already attached the J. And now I have the candle ring there to kind of, so I knew where to place everything. But then once I had the letters glued on, I took my picks. This is a cedar pick from Hobby Lobby I got earlier this season, and I'm just attaching, there was some floral wire around that candle ring, so I'm just attaching my florals right into all of those, the wire there. So once I have this done, then I'm going to take some of this, I can't remember what it said. I think the pick just said greenery, like Christmas greenery or something. This came from Dollar Tree last year. I think I saw it this year as well. It's kind of got a little silver to it, but I added some of that all around just to kind of make it full. And then I got this pick from Walmart. It has all these berries, and I'm just adding the berries to it. And then I'm going to make a bow and add that to the top. Now, the sign at Hobby Lobby, they had two different ones. They had one with the buffalo check letters, and they had one that had kind of a creamy off-white color letters. And I almost made those, but I really loved the buffalo check. So I decided to do this one as well. anyways, just a side note. So here I am just making a finger bow with some of this gift trim that's basically ribbon from Walmart. I got that this year, I believe. And then I'm just going to hot glue that to the top of my wreath here. Then I'm just going to take some jute cord or rope and twine, whatever you want to call it. I tied knots on the ends and hot glued them to the back. And there it is. Oh, I love the way this came out. You'll have to let me know what you think about this one as well. This one I took some vinyl and I found these decals off of Cricut Design Space and printed them out. And then I'm going to use my Waverly chalk paints in the color crimson and ink. And then I'm going to use one of these 14-inch wood rounds that comes from Hobby Lobby. And when you get them on sale because it's a great deal. So I painted it with my ink. And then once it's dry, I'm going to take my decal here and I am going to place them onto that wood round. And here I'm just kind of trying to measure to make sure this is where I want it. And I'm just going to burnish it on just like you see. And then pull off my transfer tape. And then I'm going to add the second piece, which is Merry Christmas. Now, this piece here was actually 3 pieces that I kind of connected together, but they're all in Cricut Design Space. And then this Merry Christmas was in Cricut Design Space. So once I had them on there, I'm going to take my crimson color and I'm going to paint everything with that crimson red. I'm even painting over the vinyl. Now, I've seen other people do this on TikTok and I thought, that looks really interesting. I think I'm going to try it. And I think this is really cool the way it came out. So once I have this all painted on, I'm going to stop here in a moment, and it was all dry. Then I started pulling off the vinyl, and you can see the vinyl. It's a little hard to see. It might be a little hard to see for you guys, but when it's in front of you, it's pretty easy to see where the vinyl is. And you just start pulling and it starts pulling everything up. And there you go. There it is. So it shows the black in the background, which I absolutely love. So then I took some of these picks. The frosted ones came off of that candle ring that I used on the Joy sign. From Dollar Tree. No, sorry, Hobby Lobby. And then these green ones came from Dollar Tree. They're like a pack of 6 and they're really good. I'm really was surprised that Dollar Tree had those and I think that they're amazing. I hope they continue to carry those for like next year. Then I took this poinsettia. I took the little alligator clip that was on the back. I took that off and I'm just using a zip tie and I'm going to string it through that flower as well as the greenery and just connecting all pieces together. And then I clipped off that zip tie piece and then hot glued it to the top. Then I took some of these snowflakes came from Walmart in their like mini tree section. And I'm just cutting out the little ornament hanger piece and then hot gluing them onto my board. And then I'm going to take some buffalo check ribbon from Dollar Tree, the black kind. And I'm sorry it's out of frame, but I just made a hanger with it. And there it is. I really love the way this one came out too. It's almost kind of got a Victorian look, but you have to let me know what you think about it as well.